Sonos just released an update to their flagship headphones, the Sonos Ace, and I gotta say, these updates are pretty important, and one of them is actually kind of a game changer for these headphones, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Starting with one of the smaller updates, Sonos now lets you use two Sonos Ace headphones with your Sonos soundbar using the TV audio swap feature. Now, for those who are unfamiliar, TV audio swap basically lets you transfer the sound from your Sonos soundbar to the headphones so that, you don't annoy your neighbor if you're trying to watch a loud movie in the middle of the night. And with this new update, you can use up to two Sonos Ace headphones with the feature. So that's great if you and your partner are watching movies late at night and you don't want to get evicted. Good job, Sonos. Secondly, the Sonos Ace now feature its own version of Sonos's headphone calibration. Your Sonos soundbar will start playing some frequency sweeps and tones, and the microphones of the Sonos Ace will capture those tones in order to help calibrate the headphones according to your environment, so that hopefully you'll have a better spatial audio experience wherever you're watching movies from. This can easily be set up using the Sonos app, and it's under the feature called TrueCinema. You will have to make sure that you're running the latest version of the Sonos app, which is something I forgot to check when I was trying to find the feature, so make sure to update the app, then update the headphones, then you'll be able to use TrueCinema. And just to be clear, you're only going to hear the effects of this calibration when you're using the TV audio swap feature with your Sonos soundbar and your updated Sonos Ace headphones, and you also have to be watching spatial audio content. Getting into the bigger updates here, Sonos has also updated the microphone quality of the Sonos Ace, but not only that, they've introduced SideTone, which is the feature that kind of reduces the level of ANC so that you can better hear yourself while you're on a call. Now, we actually brought the headphones into our labs for testing after the firmware update, and based on our standardized microphone samples, I and our head of testing here, Chris, didn't really hear much of a difference between the mic samples that we took before and after the update, but I will say SideTone really is a nice addition. Again, just makes it easier to hear yourself so you're not yelling while taking a call and you don't look like a crazy person in public. But lastly, and most importantly, the biggest update that Sonos really gave the Ace headphones is improved active noise cancellation performance. Now, when we originally tested the Sonos Ace, we found that these headphones were able to reduce the loudness of outside noise by about 74%, which is good enough for a morning commute, but it's not going to be the ideal choice for environments with a lot of low frequencies like an airplane cabin. But after the update, we found that the Sonos Ace can now reduce the loudness of outside noise by about 88%. Now, we noticed improvements in the noise canceling performance across the frequency spectrum, but we noticed a significant improvement in the low frequencies, which makes the Sonos Ace now a very good option for people looking for noise canceling headphones for flights. And this ANC performance puts the Sonos Ace headphones on par with the active noise cancelling performance of headphones like the AirPods Max and JBL Tour 1 M3. Now that is impressive. Now, if you take a look at our measurements, you also notice that we actually did get better isolation scores compared to the first time we measured the Sonos Ace. Now, we think we got better isolation scores here because the ear pads here are a little bit more broken in. We've used them a couple times, especially during our review process. And because the ear pads aren't as rigid as when we first got them, I think we were able to just get a better seal with our testing head. In addition to the improved ANC, Sonos also says that they have leakage compensation for the noise canceling, which means that people who wear glasses or like if a hair gets stuck in between the ear pads and the headphones and your ear canal, like that the headphones should be able to compensate for that so that you can still have a good noise canceling experience. However, in our testing, and you can see in the charts here, we found that the leakage compensation was just fine. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, and we don't think it's really as big as a feature as Sonos claims it is. The way we tested this is we actually put Chris's glasses on our testing head, and yeah, those are the results we got. We did notice some noise cancellation, but it's not as good of an ANC performance as you'd get if you had a perfect seal, aka no obstruction. But hey, I will say something is better than nothing. Some leakage compensation is better than just having no noise canceling at all. So I'll give props to Sonos for trying there. But if you're somebody who doesn't wear glasses, or you can get a really good seal on the first go, and these are just the right size for your ears, then yeah, you are about to enjoy some much improved noise canceling performance. But if this is the first time you're hearing about the Sonos Ace, or you're just curious as to how these perform overall, then I highly recommend you check out my full review of the Sonos Ace in this video right here.